Inadequate teachers at the university. Fate somehow took pity on me, and for 5 years of studying at the institute at the Faculty of Law, I did not encounter inadequate teachers. The only thing was one very tough Tatar-Bashkir pig, or a related nationality, who was furious in pairs and morally humiliated students. He did not humiliate me for some reason, but in his subject I was always asked twice, but, fortunately, he did not take the exam. Negmat Soda, if you're reading this, you know, you bastard. But my younger brother was unlucky in this regard, and the story will be just about him. So, my brother is a first-year student of the Faculty of Law, and among the disciplines he has a Latin language seminars on which we're told, and then accepted a test by an extremely inadequate person. By the way, Latin for a lawyer, unlike a doctor, is a purely secondary discipline, which in practice will never be useful at all. Almost all teachers understand this and set a test without looking or asking just a couple of words, like how it will be in Latin: crime scene, civil suit, plus they can ask one quote that the student knows and that's it. But in the case of his brother, he was really unlucky. What was its inadequacy? In her opinion, at each seminar, each student should answer Latin words and quotations, a requirement quite adequate, if not for one, but she did not ask everyone, even if the student pulled his hand. I asked mostly girls, but I almost didn't ask the guys. Those students whom she did not interview for the seminar received arrears that had to be counted from her at a certain day and time. She never came to the debt clearing class. It's time for the test. Needless to say, those guys who had at least one debt, she did not allow for the test, although according to the university's position, everyone is allowed to take tests, even if there are seminar debts. Naturally, she sent all the guys with debts to retake. There were no girls at the retake, only the guys. On the first retake, surprise, she did not come at all. They appointed the second day of the retake, during which it was necessary to count all the arrears. She was 4 hours late. On the second retake, no one passed her test. She immediately, as soon as she noticed at least a small hitch, sent her to retake, no matter that the student had already told almost everything. So it was 3 times. On the last 4 times, my younger brother was already not himself from anger, as he learned by heart over 100 words in Latin and about 25 Latin quotes. He told me straight out that if this creature mocked him again, she had a tendency to mimic students when they answered her words, or insulted one of her relatives. During the answer, she also insulted her parents by calling them who raise morons who do not know her favorite Latin. Then he would tear off her head and he would not care whether he was put in jail or not. In turn, I gave him instructions: don't worry, we will head to prove. Then I have several years he worked as an assistant counsel, but you were in the heat of passion, plus 18 years. A lot of you don't give and you'll do a good job. We'll deliver the following freshman from such an inadequate teacher. My brother passed the test on the 4th attempt, but he never said so much negative things about a person. P.S. My brother forgot Latin immediately after passing the subject, due to its suits. one of the guys she managed to pass the test as much as 7 attempts. Author of this story, Kid Ball.